Hello friends and welcome back to Gamereactor Live. I'm Dore and I'm joined here by James Beaven from OnLive, and we are going to be talking about, well, OnLive. Now I'd like to start out with just getting a little bit of a history lesson, because I first heard about OnLive at Gamescom in 2011. Saw great possibilities in it, but I have to admit I was a bit skeptical. Then in 2012 there was a slight hiccup, one might say.
Yes.
But having tried it here now in the office, I'm coming around.
Sure, that's great to hear.
Yeah, but let's hear a little bit about OnLive, and that means we're live, by the way. I'm getting a notification on my Android app, which you can download and watch the stream on your phone. But yes, let's get a little bit of a history lesson.
No problem.
What is OnLive and how did it all come about?
So, to go back in time, OnLive was first announced as a technology back in 2010 at GDC. It launched in the US at the E3 that year, and it went on to launch in the UK in 2011. It was very much the first time this technology had ever been seen or talked about, and yes, it did attract its fair share of skeptics. The technology was very early. Still at that time, the networks were not as robust as they are today. And unfortunately, at around August 2012, like a lot of Silicon Valley startups, it hit a financial bump in the road. And a guy called Gary Lauder, who was in the right place at the right time, he was actually one of the original angel investors of OnLive, saw an opportunity to pick up the assets and IP and take the company forward. And what he did was there was a number of things he looked at and said, okay, we need a bit of time to look at the business models on this. The first thing that he did was, before we started moving the business forward, he looked at it and said, we have to maintain this service. As far as the users were concerned, they had to keep that service running 24/7, because in almost 5 years there's been zero downtime on OnLive. A very important point, because being first of its kind, you have to instill confidence. So for the users, they didn't lose any of their games, nothing went away, none of their saves, anything. Over the course of the next 18 months, he gave us the opportunity to look at the audience, the games, the business models, and every aspect of it while the technology was still moving forward, and create the subscriptions and the packages that were going to effectively become the basis of what cloud gaming will be going forward. And from that, we took away a number of things. The first thing was when OnLive Inc. first launched the game service, they found that there was a lot of channel conflict. For example, for a publisher, if they create a game on a PC, they actually had to create another version for OnLive to launch it, and all they were doing was spending a ton of money to move a customer from here to over here. Yeah. So it didn't really make a lot of sense. And also, early on in the history of OnLive, it was still a time when people weren't confident in cloud services. If they spent a lot of money on something, they expected to own a physical copy, or at least a local copy. Okay. So that was one of the first things that we changed. We introduced what we call CloudLift on the 5th of March this year. And what that does is it allows you to not only own the game, but also have all the cloud benefits. So initially we started with Steam, because they're the biggest and a good place to go. Yeah. But we want to be multi-platform. We want to be there for the Origins and Uplay's of this world. And what we do there is we onboard the Steam game, and a user can buy it from us. They can buy it directly from Valve. It really doesn't matter. What's all important is the subscription, and that subscription allows you to play that game instantly without downloading it on any device. And that answered the ownership problem. We also looked at the ways that people play, what devices they were playing on. And as we started to develop the technology, we looked very closely at which games they were interacting with on different platforms. So there's been a lot of work going on in the background. And as we are today, it's grown massively. We've onboarded a ton of games. I think we've onboarded more games in the last 6 months than we have in the last year, in the year before. So it's been a really, really productive year, and we're now at a point where we want to put out to people, try it out, see what you think. The cloud gaming aspect of it has moved on significantly, and it's a good time to check it out again.
Yeah, and well, as you said, you launched in the US and the UK, but you bring it out into other territories.
Absolutely, yes. The Nordic launch for us has been one that we've been waiting for and are really, really keen to engage with, because you guys have got some fantastic connectivity. If only the whole of Europe had the kind of bandwidth that's available here. So it's an opportunity for us to come out and engage more gamers. So the Nordics can play against the US, the UK. It's an opportunity for everyone to get involved and check it out.
Let me just make sure I'm silent here. Don't want to interrupt the conversation with a phone call. I want to go a little bit back, because just for people tuning in and have no idea what OnLive is, just to explain exactly what it is. It's a cloud-based service for you to play computer games on your PC, your phone, tablet, through the internet, basically.
Correct, yes. So what you're doing is you're using a small client or an app on an Android device, and you're connecting via the internet and you're streaming the video of that game. And that game is actually being played off on very powerful servers in data centers that we run. And it's the objective for us is to create a feels like local experience. So yes, there's always going to be latency in everything, but what we say to people is, please check it out, because every game reacts to latency differently. Every user reacts to latency differently. And we want people to try it and just see if it's acceptable to them. We think it is. We think we've got it as close to feels like local as possible. And it's a good time with all these games that are now coming on board to check it out.
And as you just said there, check it out. And people can check it out with a 7-day free trial.
Correct, yes.
Where they can try out the entire service, correct?
Yep.
And see if it's working on their connection.
Absolutely.
And then if it is, they can pop down for either one of two types of subscriptions or the whole package. What are the different types of subscriptions?
Okay, so there's the first subscription is very much like the Netflix of video games. It's a big library of games. I think there's currently 254 games in there. It's going up all the time. We're adding more content, and that's within the OnLive environment. And you can log in whenever you want, play as much as you want, whenever you want, wherever you want. We also have CloudLift. Now, CloudLift is the one that's specifically for games that you own. So we cloudify, if you like, your Steam library.
Yeah. So all the games that you own on Steam that are also licensed to OnLive, you will be able to play them there. Get Steam achievements, you have your saves from Steam, and basically you can take your gaming library on the go. Absolutely,
yes. So when you go round to your granny's house at Christmas, and she's got an old laptop, and you think, I can't cope with lunchtime conversation anymore, I just want to play games. As long as she's got a good broadband connection, that old laptop would be able to leverage the power of our servers, which are i7 with 16 gig of RAM and NVIDIA graphics cards. That can actually leverage all that power directly onto an old, clanky old laptop.
Yeah.
No offense to your granny's laptop.
Now, and with that, of course, you could use your keyboard and mouse, but you also have the OnLive controller. Let me get a close-up of this right here. So, actually a very nice controller that fits nicely into the hand. A little bit of more of a focus here. Come on, there we go. Yeah. Now tell me a little bit about this controller. I think that it looks a little bit different than the one that I saw back in 2011, maybe, perhaps?
It is. The one that you would have seen would have been with the, given away with the OnLive game system. This is actually what we call the universal controller. The only way to tell that is there's a very tiny symbol there that says,
yeah.
It doesn't actually say anything. It says a Wi-Fi symbol,
yeah.
but that's,
it indicates.
Absolutely. And so what this controller is for is connecting to multiple devices. So it comes with a Bluetooth dongle that allows you to connect it to a PC or a Mac. But you can also sync it to Android devices. You could plug it straight into an Android TV. It's effectively becomes your gaming library. You know, you wherever you go with this, anywhere that you can log on to a 4G connection or a Wi-Fi, you can play your games, pick up where you left off, all through that device. Very specifically, though, we don't want to be in the hardware space. We want to use other people's hardware because, frankly, there's a whole ton of people out there that are better at that. We are very good at cloud gaming, very good at streaming games on demand to people. So there are a number of third-party devices from Mad Catz, from SteelSeries, all very good low latency Bluetooth devices that work perfectly with OnLive. Wikipad also has a device which is a tablet, an Android tablet and game controller together.
Oh yeah,
Again,
Razer has one of those as well.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
There's also the Mad Catz Mojo. There's a number of Android set-top boxes coming out. All of those are going to be OnLive compatible if they're based on the Android system, and therefore the controller will work as well.
And the original Xbox controller or the PlayStation controller?
The Xbox controller and PC controllers, any X input controller will work perfectly, yes.
Yeah, and as you said, this is an X input controller. We did try it on Steam earlier, it didn't quite work, but you promised me you were going to take it back to the tech guys, maybe take a little look at a firmware
The
update.
engineers love a challenge, yes.
Yes, so maybe in the future that could work. Now, let me see here. Now, the game availability on the service, as you said, it's constantly growing. And when you link to your Steam account, you won't be able to play all your games right away.
That's right.
I mean, I'm assuming that's just a legal jungle that you're kind of trying to navigate through to get them all on OnLive.
Absolutely. Cloud Lift and being able to play these games anywhere on any device is a new concept. In some respects, the legal language hasn't been put in place yet with some legal operations. And we're working our way through all the publisher deals that we've got, looking at the content that's coming on board, and working through it as fast as we possibly can. It's actually a lot easier for us to do it, to bring games on these days. You don't have to do any special work. It's a very, very fast process. So much so that we're now doing a lot of day and date releases. So, for example, F1 2014 was a day and date release. We have other ones coming up towards the end of November. It's a lot easier. From a publisher's perspective, it's also easy because it's not an extra SKU to support. It's just a Steam game, and we're just putting it onto our servers and enabling people to play.
Perfect. Now let's dive in. Let's cut to the screen here. Let's go over some of the features that we've already discussed here.
Sure.
So we are here on your account, so fairly well.
It's well stocked. Yes. The one thing that you do notice with this, it's a PR account, which means I've played approximately 10 minutes of every single game.
Just a little bit of taste to make sure it works.
Yeah, in my head, when anything like this happens, I'll be playing away, I'll be really enjoying it, and then someone will say, hey, yeah, can I check that out? I'm thinking, no. But unfortunately, I have to hand over the controller. Yeah. So on here, we have the home screen takes you in and just gives you a few features of games that are newly launched or specifically games that you've recently played, so you can quick launch them. Yeah. The marketplace, this is the complete list of games. Now, we feature new games that have come out or ones that we really think you should be interested in. We have toggles so that we can, say, for example, select the Steam titles or new releases. Yeah. If we scroll down there, this shows some of the games that I own. Fortunately, it doesn't show any of my achievement lists. And you can see these are big name games. We're not talking casual games, we're talking about games that people really, really want to play. Then also we have the Play Pack. The Play Pack is as I said, the Netflix of video games.
Yeah. So these are all the 250 plus games on the service, and you can just select any of them and launch them. No Absolutely. Installing, no waiting.
Instant launch, and remember, you're also leveraging all that server power from our data centers. Yeah. Very important here. Games are very much like movies in this respect. Movies, you get classics. For example, Terminator 1 and 2, they don't stop being good movies just because they're however many years old. Yeah. And the same is true of games. And because of the number of games that come out, I certainly find that a lot of games pass me by, and having the opportunity to dip back in, to sample some of them without having to go through the rigmarole of installing them or thinking, oh, is that still going to be compatible with my operating system? And
actually, in line with that, let me check out here my games, and from last played. No, actually, yeah, this is on your account. Yeah, but I'll just go into the play pack and try to find it here.
Which one are you looking for? One of the
Red Faction Guerilla. Now this is one of my favorite games.
Fantastic.
Yeah, very high on my my, let's say, top 20. But I cannot get this to work on my Steam account due to Games for Windows Live incompatibility.
Well, I hope the demo gods will allow us to show it here.
Yeah, but when I booted this up earlier today, it just works. That is great.
Thank you, demo gods.
And just, let me just... This is the controller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great thing for developers as well, because they don't have to necessarily set up to the lowest common denominator. They can say, we have an ideal specification of PC that we want this to run on. If they've optimized for a specific graphics card, again, we can set that up for the servers. So even if you're running from your granny's laptop that doesn't have an NVIDIA graphics card, or
so from the developers you can get the optimal specs.
Absolutely, yes.
And then that's what the server runs, and that's what the people get.
Yes, absolutely. We run in 720p. Now that we could run in 1080p 30, but we actually find that 720p 60 is optimal.
Yeah.
If you're running at 60 frames a second, you can lose frames, and it doesn't impact the experience. It doesn't. The quality remains the same. Whereas at 30 frames a second, if you lose a single frame, then it starts to become a big deal. As the broadband connectivity improves and more people have fibre to the home, that's our opportunity then to look at going to 1080p 60. We wouldn't rule out 4K, but we think some significant advances. Whereas at 30 frames a second, if you lose a single, become a big deal. As the broadband connectivity improves and more people have fibre to the home, that frame, then it starts to be our opportunity then for going to 1080. We wouldn't rule out 4K, but we think whereas at 30 frames a second, if you lose a single, become a big deal. As the broadband connectivity improves and more people have fibre to the home, that frame, then it starts to be our opportunity then for going to 1080. We wouldn't rule out 4K, but we think whereas at 30 frames a second, if you lose a single, become a big deal. As the broadband connectivity improves and more people have fibre to the home, that's our opportunity then for frame, and then it starts going to 1080. We wouldn't. We think whereas at 30 frames a second, if you lose a single, become a big deal. As the broadband connectivity, more people have fibre to the home.
Well, we're back. Our stream computer crashed, and as pointed out in the chat, it's a nice example of why OnLive is a good idea. No need for computers that'll crash. But right before we crashed, we were loading up Batman Arkham Origins, which we have here. Let's take a little bit of a look at the game. And of course, you guys in the chat, if you have any questions for James about OnLive, throw them out now and I'll take a look in a bit.
Great. And I promised while we were gone, I wasn't swapping over to a local server or a different PC or an Xbox.
No.
This was the game logging on from our servers on my account. And so we're logging into the Steam community, Steam achievements, Steam multiplayer, Steam cloud saves. So we can just basically jump into this game. And equally, we could play for a bit and then we could swap to a different device, save the game and transfer over. And we can carry on playing wherever we go.
Yes.
The magic invert. This is a good example because this is a game that was developed with for NVIDIA graphics cards to promote certain special effects.
Yeah.
So again, we leverage those special effects from our servers to anything. Even if that device doesn't have a graphics card locally, it still gets to benefit from all those special effects. For example, an Android tablet, it doesn't have the kind of gaming hardware inside to be able to do those sorts of things.
But it does have a nice 4G connection or a Wi-Fi.
Absolutely,
so,
yes.
Here we are. And I have to say, I'm not really experiencing any latency at all, really. I'm trying to break it.
Okay, that's a good thing to do. One thing you can do, it might make us feel a little bit seasick, but spin Batman round. If you stand somewhere and then spin him round, it's a good example of the fact that you are getting a lot of power from those servers. Sorry, spin the camera view round, and that will see if anything breaks. Now, I can't look at that for too long. This is actually quite a good demonstration. When we first launched Cloudglyph, we used an Alienware laptop to do a comparison between Batman Arkham Origins running on locally on a gaming PC and the mobile option of a gaming PC then, and also a MacBook Air. We asked people to guess which was which, and every time they got it wrong. The PC running it locally was hitching, the image was breaking, and the MacBook Air, surprisingly, was actually running it in much better quality.
Oh. And actually, since you mentioned that, I want to skip out here. We have a comparison video that you prepared earlier.
Yes.
Of War Thunder as played on the MacBook Air.
Yes, absolutely. Now, as we know, the MacBook Air is not regarded as being the best gaming device in the world.
Not quite.
Gaijin have a great Mac client, but it does require a local graphics card. Yeah. Even if you turn all of the graphic options off, ultimately the MacBook Air doesn't get any more powerful. It's going to struggle with something with a game of that ilk. So the video comparison is actually, it's by no means bad-mouthing the client. It's showing more that the MacBook Air isn't a gaming laptop, but a gaming laptop, but it can be. So we have two videos here.
Wait, let me. So we start out with as played dedicated on the laptop itself. As you can see, up in the left corner, the frame rate there, pretty abysmal.
We're rocking a steady 4.5 frames per second.
Not all the assets showing up, etc. I mean, this is not really how you would play a game.
No, in all honesty, it was virtually unplayable, and it's such a shame because it's my only laptop, and I really wanted to play, and so we put it onto the OnLive service. So this shows it running from again on the MacBook Air, but this time being streamed directly from the online service. So you get all the NVIDIA effects. You're getting 60 frames a second, and it's a much smoother experience. Now, that's part of our CloudLift offering. It's a free-to-play game, but what we're doing is we're enabling much more devices to access these accounts. So people who love MMOs, that like the free-to-play market, they can still get leverage that extra power and move it around. So, you know, they could play at work without having to download a 6 gig file, or they could be playing at their grand's on a laptop.
Yeah, and you also mentioned something earlier when we were preparing for the stream with, for example, when a game is launching on Steam and you pre-order it, well, if you want to play it on Steam, you still need to download those 10 up to 30 gigabytes, for example, for The Evil Within. So you still have to wait, even though you're there at midnight, you're ready to play it. But with OnLive, you can connect at the dot of midnight.
Absolutely, yes. It's created quite interesting player scenarios where, in the past, where we've had games launching at midnight, people were hovering over the play button, getting ready to go, and you suddenly see the arena change colour and all go towards one game as loads and loads of players all jump on it. And it starts creating scenarios like achievement rushes or land rushes as people try and get to like the end of the first level before anyone else. Yep. And as we know, you know, when you download a game, it takes a while, and having the option just to leap straight in and play, it's fantastic. And
theoretically, you can be playing the game on OnLive while you're downloading it on Steam?
Absolutely, yes. As long as you've got a good connection, yeah. you could basically have the two running simultaneously. And the beauty is, because it's cloud saved, it means that once you've downloaded and installed locally, there's an elegant handover to that local copy. But you've still got the option to play.
So you have your save and the achievements that you've already gotten through OnLive, and just continue.
Absolutely.
Great. I think I'm going to log out from the PC here, and let's try to boot up the Shield and maybe my phone as well.
Let's give it a try.
Get the close-up. Give Emil something to do. So, because you can only, of course, be logged in at one.
That's right, yes.
One device at a time. So let's try logging on with Shield. Well, I'll log into my account on my phone.
Okay.
I think we just unplug it. It should have enough battery by now.
Okay.
Now, as you can see here, maybe on my phone, if we cut to that, I'll just boot up the app, sign in. I think I have this controller here connected to my phone. Yes. Nice little stand here. And I'm up. Back to Red Faction.
And did you say this is going over a 4G network, or is it going over Wi-Fi?
This is through 4G currently. Oh, THQ. And I have my save from earlier today. That's wonderful. I'll bring my controller up here for the camera. That's awesome. And as well, we have the NVIDIA Shield, which is basically a large controller with Android.
Yes. So again, let's pick Batman Arkham Origins. Again, this is leveraging a Steam game. Just as, in fact, on your phone, this is one of the CloudLift titles, I believe. But you can equally play your Steam library directly from your phone as well. This is a great portable piece of kit. It's got a touch screen as well, so entering text is much easier. And OnLive just works when it finishes loading.
Yeah.
There we go. So you saw it logged in as Steam community. And it's an uninterruptible intro sequence, but you get the idea.
Yeah, and we're back in, and we can resume the save that I just quit out of here on the PC.
That's correct. And also you can spectate as well. So
yes, let's log back in on the PC and check that out. I almost forgot about that.
I need to exit out of this one. There we go.
So now we're diving into the community features.
Yes.
Of the service.
Yes. So cloud gaming has a number of unique features that you can't really do on a local device. There are certain aspects that are becoming popular right now. For example, streaming the game. And we've been able to do that since the beginning. So, for example, we have the Spectate Arena. We can see every game that's being played on live. You can jump right in.
Yeah, so right here we have users that are playing right now. And have somebody playing the beginning of Saints Row. Let's... actually, 2 people playing Unreal Tournament.
If there was ever a fast Twitch game.
Exactly.
So... something here that we can check out. You can cheer, you can cheer, and you can friends this particular player. You can see what other games they've got, have a chat with them, ask them what they think about the game. We actually found that some people were using them for this feature of co-op games as well, because you could create multiple accounts. You can line up a whole bunch of devices, log in with them, and say you're trying to coordinate a pincer attack in a co-op game. You could spectate your other teammates and see what they're doing at any given time, and then coordinate it over.
Yeah, like a commander with a command center.
Exactly. Yes. So we've gone beyond the second screen. We're now on 3 and 4.
And with that, I mean, you can also take a little peek at the people you're playing against if they haven't
absolutely
privatized their account.
Yeah. And also, it's kind of good as well. We've found people using it for if they get stuck in a game, and they give their friend a call. They'll just jump on their phone and spectate from their phone and say, "Oh yeah, I know how to get past this bit." Because this is coming out as a video feed, you can also take what we call brag clips, and that's it takes the last 10 seconds of a game. Say you do something absolutely amazing, and no one's there to validate it. You can just grab that 10-second clip. And post it to all your friends as well.
Is that in...
So if you go to pick a game, for example, in My Games, let's take
Origins.
Arkham Origins, and then down the bottom we have
brag clips.
Yeah,
and then we can...
Yeah, and then these are all the clips that have been taken. They tend to get voted up. Gamers being gamers will always pick the most inopportune moments to...
yeah, it's always fun showing off glitches and funny moments.
Absolutely. There was actually one guy, I think it was in Duke Nukem Forever. There's the whiteboard feature where you could draw stuff on the whiteboards. And he was going in, not playing the game, just going up to the whiteboards, and he was drawing pictures. So he did the Mona Lisa, he did Optimus Prime, then took a brag clip of it and was sharing that. And that was getting tens of thousands of views. So it's a great feature, and it's part of how gamers want to share and experience games today. And it can be applied to anything.
Great. I'm going to take a quick look at the chat here, see if there are any interesting questions. No, it seems we've pretty much covered everything that people are interested in knowing.
Great.
Now, I was thinking that I would kind of jump in, and you can go in on, what was it,
games.onlive.com.
Yes.
There you can sign up for the free account. You can get the 7-day free trial. At very least, that's over 250 games free for 7 days. So knock yourself out, check out if it works for you. It's moved on a lot, and we'd really like people's opinions.
Yeah, and then, as you said before, the two different subscription models, you can either have, forget the
so
names
Cloudlift, which is the games that you own, and Playpack, which is the Netflix-style approach. And we also do a bundle, which is both of them together, priced in euros at €9.95 a month for the bundle, and then it's €7.95 for the Playpack, and €5.95 for Cloudlift.
Yes, and there you have it. So that's how you can play games over the cloud on your PC, on your tablets, even certain smart TVs.
Absolutely, the new Philips Smart TV is a sight to behold.
Yes, and of course, growing every day.
Yes.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for your time.
And for you guys watching and in the chat, please go on games.onlive.com, check out the list, and then come back to the chat and tell me what you want me to play. So let's check that out. In the meantime, yes, thanks.
Thank you very much indeed. Cheers.
Thank you. While you guys are checking out the list and finding something fun for me to play, or something to terrorize me with, some golden oldie that's hard to play, I am going to go back to, yes, you guessed it, Red Faction Guerilla. However, I'm going to log in on... Can you cut the game feed out? I'm going to log in on another account here. There we go. Actually, this is a nice little stand here for my chat. There we go. Oh, cancel. Right out of the gate, Pro Olaf is demanding Bioshock Infinite. That actually is a game that you need Cloudlift to play, which I just so happen to have tied to my account, and I own Bioshock Infinite. So, and I booted it up earlier even. So yeah, let's check that out. Over is asking me to play Metro 2033 to give the OnLive graphics cards a run for their money. Yeah, we can check that out. If it's not in the game pack, I do have it on my Steam account, and I know it's in the game lift. So. Let's see. Taking a long time to get all my Steam achievements because I have so many. Emil, can you actually get me a mouse pad? Steal one from Solfen. Thank you. Thank you. Here we have it, Bioshock Infinite running through OnLive with all the unskippable intros. Cypher is asking if I have more achievement than Nick has trophies. No, I'm pretty sure I don't. Now let's see, did I actually have a main game save on the PC? I don't think I did, because I played it through on the PS3 originally. But that's okay, we'll just jump into one of the DLCs, because I actually prefer the DLCs. And they're here as well. Let's start Burial at Sea episode 2. So, spoiler alert for all of you that have not played Bioshock Infinite or the DLCs. I'm going to load up episode 2 of Burial at Sea. Let's just keep it me. No need for recaps. And actually, I'm going to try out the controller. Wonderful music.
I am so sorry.
No, you're not. But you're about to be.
Mademoiselle?
Yes? Elizabeth. Oh, no. No, I couldn't. I can't accept. Thank you.
And of course, the ceremony of setting it to inverted.
Bonjour, Monsieur Swart.
Bonjour, mademoiselle Elisabeth. Manque d'inspiration aujourd'hui.
Bonjour, Elisabeth. Bonjour.
Oh, the birds are playing. Wonderful Paris.
La jolie petite américaine. Oh, bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonne journée. Comment ça va, Elisabeth?
Bonjour. Et si tu venais boire un verre avec nous?
Sassy Frenchman.
Boire avec deux jolies filles.
No menace à trois for you, my friend.
Viens jouer avec nous, Elisabeth. I'm sorry, Lisa. Next time, I promise. Dommage.
Bien le bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bien le bonjour, Elisabeth.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Comment allez-vous?
That's creepy.
Je peux vous vendre tous les livres que vous voulez.
Do you have the edge of innocence?
I'm being asked if I prefer controller or keyboard. I prefer keyboard and mouse, but I'm giving the OnLive controller a little bit of a test. So far, no complaints at all. It really fits well in the hand, and it does have the PlayStation-style symmetric sticks, which I prefer. So that's good. Oh, singing for
Une
cats.
baguette?
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Le pain est frais, le ciel est bleu et vous êtes resplendissante. Fort camembert, brie de Meaux, les meilleurs fromages.
Elle est tellement plus belle en vrai, tu trouves pas?
Si tu veux mon avis.
Like cut out of a Disney movie. Yeah, ProLove is asking me to comment on how well it works, like latency between mouse movements and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe if you can get a close-up here of the controller, Emil, maybe? And zoom in on the sticks here, we can maybe show the just how immediate the movement is. There is, I mean, there is some latency, but it's nowhere near game breaking. So yeah. Oh, hello, little girl. And also the fact is that it is consistent, so it's really soon you acclimate to it. The very slight. I can see that it is. And I mean, as we showed before, people are playing Unreal Tournament 3 on this, so that should give you some clue on just how good it is.
Sally, stop! Sally, where are you going? Sally, hold on! Stop, stop!
Welcome to that.
It wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything. No. It wasn't my fault. Leave me alone. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm sorry. Sorry. I never should have left. I never should have left you there.
ProOlive asking what internet connection are we currently using. I think we tested it beforehand when we were at about 8.2 megabit. In terms of the connection to OnLive.
What's the hold-up?
Just having a bit of a laugh.
This ain't a sporting event. Put a bullet in her. No need to torture her.
I believe after this cutscene we'll finally get into some shooting, so we can see just how well I do.
In a minute, all your problems will be over.
Elizabeth, tell him you can get him back.
Booker? Booker, what? I don't understand. How?
Say, I can get you back to Rapture.
What?
Just say it.
I can get you back to Rapture.
Put the gun down. Now, what was that you said about Rapture?
I can get you back to Rapture.
And how you plan on doing that, sister? You some kind of magician?
Suchong.
What?
Tell him Suchong.
Suchong.
And how do you know that, slant-eyed wonder?
You're his lab assistant.
I'm his lab assistant.
If it escaped your notice, Andrew Ryan sunk us 5,000 fathoms below his shining city. How does Suchong propose to get us back?
That's between me
That's between me
and the slant.
and the slant. But if I do this, the girl goes with me.
Little sisters are worth their weight in gold. She's not up for negotiation.
Last time I checked, back in the city they were making little sisters by the dozen.
That's a right fairy tale you've dreamed up, sister. But if you're lying, we can just as well kill you tomorrow. Down here, we got nothing but time. In case I need to get hold of you. If you see Suchong, tell him Atlas says he hasn't forgotten him.
Yeah, being asked here in the chat, how's the image quality when streaming the game compared to when it's not streamed? Any noticeable difference? Well, yeah, there is a difference, of course. I mean, it's 720p, 60 frames. But the thing is, of course, it is video. If you have a very powerful PC and you're running it at full spec, I mean, of course, it's going to look fantastic. But that's also not really what this is going for. This is making so many games, you know, available to you. I mean, I was playing a PC game on my phone. That's pretty fantastic. And because, like James said earlier, they optimize the games on their servers according to specs, like from the developers. So you are getting the best PC specs from there, and then streamed to you.
Why am I back here? Huh? I don't remember opening a tear to come back. And who are you? Huh?
I think you'll figure that out soon enough.
I was happy. And now I'm here dealing with this Atlas, this psychopath. What was I thinking?
That wasn't Paris any more than I am Booker.
Now I have to find this Suchong, and I don't even know who that is.
Not yet. But you know he's the key, don't you?
To what?
You're asking me. Elizabeth, I ain't even here.
What are you? Huh? And how did you know exactly what to tell Atlas?
Let me ask you a question. You feeling like yourself, Elizabeth?
I feel strange and smaller. I can't see the doors. What's behind the doors? I can't see the future. I can't even see any tears.
Oh, snap.
Stay away from me. Booker. No, please don't. I died here. I was killed by that. Stay away from me! But then, how am I here? How can I be dead in this world and yet... My finger. What am I? I don't understand.
We're going to end up in the same place.
Are you being cute?
I've come round to your way of thinking.
Have you?
Yes. I do believe one can change things. But after all the bother, one often wishes that one had not.
You're a fatalist.
A physicist.
A fatalist?
So was Newton. Especially when it came to apples falling from trees.
You know what?
Contrived to...
I'm going to actually do desktop and jump into another game because I want to get a little bit more of a taste. Here the game is, OnLive is syncing my game save to the Steam cloud, so if I pop this up when I get home, I can continue exactly from where I left off. That's cool. Let's see. Let's see if we find something interesting here in the play pack. Oh, somebody said Metro 2033. It also has a very long intro. How are we on time? Yeah, we got plenty of time. We'll check it out. But we'll see how that runs. Stories185 in the comments. So people still use OnLive. Steam is better, way better. Well, we're talking about two different things here, really. I mean, and especially with the cloud lift that we talked about earlier, OnLive is a great way to get your Steam PC games on the move, so you can actually like play it on your phone on a road trip or whatever.
But I remember nothing of that time.
Because I mean, with Steam you need to install the games and all that jazz, but with OnLive you can just pop up if you have a good enough internet connection and play away. Let's see. Let's just play normal.
The tunnel grew cold.
Hey, Artyom. When you left your home station, do you ever think we'll end up in a place like this? Not knowing whether we were about to save our world.
I think it's a bit too dark, so let's get the... Oh, I can't change that. Okay.
Send it straight to hell.
Gotcha!
Bean has been in chat. Do you need to purchase the games via OnLive, or can you play the game if you already have it on Steam, provided you already subscribe to the Cloudlift service, of course? Yeah, if you have the Cloudlift service, you link to your Steam account, and that will go through the games that you own on Steam. And of those games, the ones that are available on the OnLive platform, you can just play, just stream them. But it will still get your saves and your achievements and dial that back into Steam. So you don't need to buy them separately on OnLive. All you need is to pay for the subscription.
Breaking down in here. Use the auxiliary hand system to open the gate. Artyom, check crates for ammo and medpacks.
This is actually remarkably responsive. Because like I said, I was a bit of a doubter, I must say.
Ready, Artyom?
But this is kind of winning me over. Especially if I can... Nah, I'm gonna keep this gun. Play on my phone while on long trips. Because I got a pretty good deal on my 4G connection.
Seems like nobody's home. Before we leave the surface, put your gas mask on. This is the Korolev Performance Hall. It's really close to the tower. Hold your weapon! Suki.
Oops.
Let's go to the pool. Okay, Artyom, you ready?
Dean asked in chat, as a low-end PC user, I have to ask this. Is OnLive and its services a viable alternative to investing in an upgrade? Now, I don't know if I'm in a position to give advice on that. What I can say is that with the 7-day free trial on OnLive, you can just try it out. See if your internet connection is good enough. See if if the quality is up to scratch for you, and if you like it, then just sign up. And then even if you do sign up and decide to quit, you can come back later and you keep all your saves and all the stuff. Oh, and we just had somebody drop in to spectate. And I'm double streaming. So that's how I do multitasking. Let's hope I get a cheer.
Form a circle.
I think I spent too many bullets in the earlier segment. I'm not sure if I can actually get through this.
Okay. Looks it's gonna be tough. The library.
A lot of spray and pray. What? That was a full clip.
Life was never easy in the tunnels.
Do I know if there are any new games coming to the Play Pack? Well, as James mentioned earlier, they are getting more and more day of release titles that they have on the service at release, and the library is always growing, but I don't have any specific numbers on that.
Wake at last, I see. Hunter's on his way in. He should have news from the other stations. Come on.
Shit. Disease. I've been through worse, and I'm not giving up. What's your plan for the dark?
Yes, Nikolai.
The station can't survive much longer if this attacks don't stop.
What more can we do?
Sergei, have you seen my Sergei?
Another patrol was attacked last night. Everything will be fine.
The situation's under control.
What about Alexei? He was at the outpost.
Alexei was in the battle. Has anyone seen him? The captain said he was okay, but I hope
Let's
he's
go
alive.
Comment on the chat. There is some lags. That's from in-game or the stream. That is from the stream. As I'm seeing it here, it's 60 frames, pretty much lag-free. We are converting it to 25 frames for the stream. So, like all of our streams. So that's where that comes from.
Improvement.
Who died this morning?
The Dark Ones do not kill outright.
Can't.
But they damage you.
Can't get it.
Sooner or later,
I
this
can't
leads to
reach.
death.
No, keep away from me.
Gonna get through this scene here, and then we'll jump on to another game.
What the hell? Who could that be?
It's Hunter.
Mutants don't knock first. Open the damn gate. Welcome to Exhibition, Hunter. Thanks. Now close your gate.
It's been a long time, Hunter.
Good to see you, Alex. Hello, Artyom.
So, Hunter, what's happening in the outside world these days?
Not much. Most of what I hear is about the exhibition and the undead infesting your tunnels. Artyom, I met a trader selling old postcards of New York City. I thought of your wall.
These are not the usual mutant creatures. This is something else.
What the hell?
Something much worse.
Dark ones. Well, whatever in hell they are, my order has a motto. If it's hostile, you kill it.
Intruder alarm in the main vent shaft. They're coming in from above.
Shit. Just what we needed.
There are wounded here just behind the wall.
Kirill, take your group to the tunnels.
Alex, we must stay here and defend the hall.
All right, our team, quickly get away.
Yeah, thanks for taking the AK, leaving me with a handgun and a knife. Well,
damn, they never come this far into the station.
It's the hospital. They smell the blood.
Nothing in the bag? Of course not. So if I remember correctly, they come from these windows and the shaft. Where to position myself. Hunter can take care of himself.
Artyom, are you all right?
Of course.
There we go.
It's a dead-eye shot, this one.
Yeah, let's jump to something else. Let's check out the market here. You know what? You're gonna be watching me play Red Faction Guerilla because that is just too much fun. Oh, it's only the... Okay.
I wish my parents understood what I was fighting for.
Oh, all filled up with weapons.
Mason, this is our former base of operations. This'll be a piece of cake. We're transmitting the base coordinates now.
No.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Davies. Hugo Davies.
How'd you get caught up in this?
The mining conglomerates found a huge ore deposit beneath our colony and tried to force us off the land. When we resisted, the EDF rolled in.
Memories. It's all coming flooding back to me. Man, I spent a lot of time on this
We found
game.
refugees from other colonies and our numbers grew. Your brother joined us soon after.
And that was always Dan's problem. Couldn't run from
And
the
like
fight.
I said, I've been trying to get this game to work on Steam for quite some time and haven't gotten it to work because of the Games to Windows live servers going down.
Use whatever you can to bring her down.
And here it is.
We left some fuel tanks behind. You can shoot them or set charges to blow them up.
How do I set it to explode? There we go. Let's set up a little...
Mason, an EDF unit is heading your way. I'd hurry up and finish the job.
You said this was gonna be easy.
Oops. Still getting the controls here. Figured out. This blew my mind the first time I played it. I couldn't believe the destructible environments.
You said this was gonna be easy!
Where do I actually change weapons? That'll work. I gotta go into the controls option to figure this out. Weapon slot on hammer for A, X and Y. I thought I was pressing that. Ah, okay. Hold it in and then press. Okay, got it. There we go. Break down. And those supporting beams. Oh. Whoops. Got buried in the rubble. When is this service coming to the lands of the Vikings? I assume you mean the Nordics. Well, today's your lucky day because it's already here. Launched on the 30th of October. So
This'll be a piece of cake. We're transmitting
you can get on it right now. Let's try that again.
I'm on my way.
Davies, Hugo Davies.
And of course, one forgets in the days of infinite checkpoints that I should save every now and again in this game.
I'm sorry.
I found refugees from other colonies and our numbers grew. Your brother joined us soon after.
It was always Dan's problem. Couldn't run from a fight.
There were more like
Oh wait,
him. We'd
can
have
I
a chance of winning
actually...
this
No,
thing.
can't get up.
Maybe.
Let's set an ambush, because now I know which direction we're coming from.
Good. Use whatever you can to bring her down. We left some fuel tanks behind. You can shoot them or set charges to blow them up.
The alert is up.
Mason, an
They're
EDF
coming.
unit is heading your way. I'd hurry up and finish the job.
You said this was gonna be easy.
Come on, guys. Walk into my trap. There they come. Boom. This guy.
They're right on top of you. Take cover.
You said this was gonna be easy.
Looks like I walked into their trap. Couple more questions here that I think I've asked and answered, but I'll address them again. The stream quality is 720p, 60 frames per second. The cost, if I can remember correctly, is $9.99 for both. Yes, and if you only want the cloud lift, that would be €5.95, and if you want the game pack, $7.95 per month. So obviously you're getting the better deal with $9.99 a month and get both. Can't believe I died again. Pro Olaf in the chat, yes, you won yesterday. I will send you the code for the game on the Gamereactor site as a PM.
This'll be a piece of cake.
And again, I forgot to save. I'll save this time, I promise.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Davies. Hugo Davies.
How'd you get caught up in this?
The mining conglomerates found a huge ore deposit
Fuck your
beneath our
puny car.
colony and tried to force us off the land. When we resisted, the EDF rolled in. It was a massacre.
I'm sorry.
I found refugees from other colonies and our numbers grew. Your brother joined us.
It was always Dan's problem. Couldn't run from a fight.
If there were more like him, we'd have a chance of winning this thing.
Maybe. All right, I'm at the base.
Use whatever you can to bring her down. We left some fuel tanks behind. You can shoot them or set charges to blow them up. Damn it.
Save. Yes. No, I can't save. Only in between missions, I guess.
Mason, an EDF unit is heading your way. I'd hurry up and finish the
Yes,
job.
I am playing with the OnLive controller right now.
This was gonna be easy.
Feels pretty good, I have to say. Oh shit.
You said this was gonna be easy.
Switch to the mouse and keyboard here. Oh, come on. I need to turn the inverted off because that also applies for the mouse. Oh, old games.
Mason, this is our This'll be a piece of cake. We're transmitting the base coordinates now.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Davies. Hugo Davies.
How'd you get caught up in this?
The mining conglomerates found a huge ore deposit beneath our colony and tried to force us off the land. When we resisted, the EDF rolled in. It was a massacre.
Oh, by the way, for you guys watching and laughing at me for not making it through the first mission, it isn't hard. Got that going for me,
It was always
which is
Dan's
nice.
problem. Couldn't run from a fight.
If there were more like him, we'd have a chance of winning this thing.
Maybe. All right, I'm at the base.
Good. Use whatever you can to bring her down.
We lost in powers
Left
action
some
here.
fuel tanks behind. You can shoot them or set charges to blow them up. Mason, an EDF unit is heading your way. I'd hurry up and finish the job.
You said this was gonna be easy.
Mason, they're right on top of you. Take cover.
No, I don't know how to
You said this.
blow up that damn charges. Ah, middle mouse button, okay.
Was gonna be easy.
bring down the house. So offline apparently joined a little bit later, but that's okay. I'll just reiterate again some of your questions. Is your OnLive account connected to your Steam account? Yes, if you get the Cloud Lift subscription, you connect your Steam account and it will draw upon all the games that you have on Steam that are also in the OnLive ecosystem, and you can stream them. And it will bring up your achievements and your saves and transfer it back and forth. What about new games on OnLive? They have new games. They have some games coming out upon release, which actually, if you buy them on Steam and then have the Cloud Lift, you can actually download the game. You know, if it's a midnight release, you start downloading the game on Steam, and then you switch over to OnLive and you actually play it from midnight while it's still downloading. So you don't have to wait for the install to actually get into the game. But yeah, the amount of games on OnLive is constantly growing. Yeah, that's about it. Switch back to stop. Hammer time. It should come down. I don't want to be under it when it does. That's what happened the first time. Oh, can I pick this up? Can at least push it to a better place. That's not where I wanted it. There we go. This is just as fun as the first day I played this game. How is this all hanging? Oh, I've got another tank here. And there we go.
More EDF are on the way. Get back to the safe house.
This looks like it's made for walking, but I'm sure I can make some small adjustment.
Yeah, I'm fine, by the way.
Watch them shoot them.
You've done your brother proud.
Yeah, he had the same definition of easy as you.
Better red than dead. Fight the power.
I know you're angry, but we don't have the luxury of playing it safe. Your brother understood that. Mason, we need your help. There's new info in your Guerilla handbook that will be useful.
New handbook entry.
It's not murder. It was me or them.
Guerilla handbook.
The EDF's hold on each sector varies. Bring up your map to see the control value for each sector.
Gamepad just turned off, that's fine.
Successfully completing guerrilla actions like raids drives control down. So does destroying EDF property, which is shown in red on your map. We've identified targets that are key to EDF operations. The ones marked as medium importance cause a bigger control drop when destroyed. A few are marked as high importance. Those require some planning before you hit them, and will turn into a hornet's nest when you do. But the payoff is big. Each sector also has missions which are required for liberation. Drop the control to 0, complete all the missions, and the EDF will pull out.
Capture earlier today. EDF General Bertram Ross asserts that the Red Faction insurgency is weak, disorganized,
Okay,
and in its
let's wreak some havoc. Literally, because this game uses the havoc engine. Okay, this time I've decided I'm an environmentalist, and this pollution will not do. It must come down. Get in there. Take out. Oh, no. Okay, you can take out that corner. Is there another barrel here? Go. Oh, fuck it. Do it with the hammer. Turn the red planet green. Get all the currency here. Get all the scraps or something. Oh, and I even managed to block traffic. Hat trick. Or could you play a game with a review points of 100 Metacritic if there's any? Well, that's... Oh, got another spectator. Ooh, a lot of explosions here.
We finally got the EDF's attention. They're about to mount an assault on a nearby housing complex.
Help Red Faction members by joining Guerilla Actions. Press tab to locate the Guerilla Action in your map. Okay. I'm gonna spend, let's say, 5 more minutes on this, and then I'll jump over to something. Place the beacon, jump out. Tornado on Mars.
Get your ass out of the way!
No, don't go down here. Take this one. Yeah, take that. Death from above. Oh, another one. Oh, go ahead. One guy left. Gonna save it here. Let's see if we can find something else to play. Example from the Cloud Lift. Excuse me. Ooh, Spec Ops the Line. While that's loading up, I'll take a peek at the chat. Dory, could you play a game with a review points 95 out of 100? Well, I'm going to play Spec Ops the Line now, which I think should have that amount of points. So, Dory, would you subscribe to OnLive today? It's kind of a tricky question because as of right now, I of course have a pretty decent PC setup at home that I've spent quite amount of money on, and a huge Steam library. So I kind of have my own ecosystem all set up. But if you would have asked me a couple of years ago, and the service was as it is now, I would heavily consider it. Also, if I had a better internet connection than I have right now at home. But this is kind of, as many people would like to put it, the Netflix of gaming. You can pop in, try out all these games, especially as we've mentioned with the 7-day trial. You can try it out, see if it's for you. And I think it's, yeah, I'm really warming up to the idea. Now, did I have finished campaign, or was it just? No, I'm jumping straight into the end here. Maybe cut away from the game feed so we don't spoil the ending of Spec Ops the Line. Please. Yeah, completely. There we go. And I'll just jump out. But I can select chapter. What, it will only let me... I guess I'll select the first one. Let's go on a suicide mission. Offline is asking, do you think that OnLive will be coming to Valve's new machines?
Is John Conrad the greatest?
I don't know if they have a Linux service for a client. Do you have a Linux client for? No. Any plans? Never say never is the answer to that. I mean, if they do come out with a Linux client, there's no reason why that wouldn't be supported by the Linux-based SteamOS system. So possibly, and of course, if you do get a Steam machine, you can dual boot it up to Windows or SteamOS, and if you have Windows, you just get the desktop version of OnLive, and bada bing, bada boom. Gonna skip the video, get into the gameplay. Dean Aston, who am I with from OnLive? I'm here with James, who is Communications Europe for OnLive. He was here for the beginning of the stream, so if you missed that, definitely go back and see the replay that'll be up a little bit later. Went through the entire service, the history of OnLive, and features and stuff like that.
Shut up, jackass. Gentlemen, welcome to Dubai.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say this right now, if you have never played Spec Ops the Line, do yourself a favor and get it today. Not when it's on sale, get it now. Pay the full price as it is right now. It is so worth it.
I wasn't a hardened killing machine. That might have hurt.
Alright, remember, this place has been designated a no man's land, which means we're not supposed to be here.
This is set to inverted look because I was playing with the controller last time.
So let's do this by the books, okay?
Roger, Dodger.
Okay, grab some cover. Now check your sights. Any movement?
Nah, we're clear.
Good.
What happens if the device stays in the way?
Come on, let's just find a way down.
You got it.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
Just making sure.
Got some rope over here. Let's put it to use. Whee! That's enough, Lugo.
Keeping a light, boss.
Yeah, I don't need light. Need you focused on the mission.
What mission? We're basically poking a dead dog with a stick.
We have our orders. Locate survivors. City immediately. Radio command from outside the storm wall. Send in the cavalry. Go.
Need to check the options here. It's been a while since I played this. Can't really remember how to... all the buttons and all that. Let me see. Okay.
Hey, did you guys hear that? I am hurt, but you didn't even ask.
Ain't nobody here, man.
Sounds like the transmission.
Come on, let's just get this over.
Hey! Anyone out there? Doctor says what?
Leave it alone. It's out there.
And what the fuck are we doing here?
Lugo's got a point.
Oh, you taking his side now?
When he's right, he's right.
Hey, command wants us to look around, we look around.
I don't know. Sounds like a waste of 3 stone-cold, ruggedly handsome Delta operators such as ourselves.
Think of it as a paid vacation.
For future reference, I prefer my beaches with a 3-to-1 sexy lady dead body ratio.
Lugo, do you ever actually hear the shit coming out of your mouth?
No, I do not, sir. I find it messes with my rhythm.
This is Colonel John Conrad, United States Army.
It does feel like we're being watched.
Attempted evacuation. I ended it completely.
This looks like the place.
Convoy stalled.
Yep, this is what we're looking for.
Clicks out of device.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a distress beacon, but someone built this out of spare parts.
Any idea who?
No, not a fucking clue.
God damn it. Walker, you better come see this.
Fuck.
That's putting it lightly.
Body looks fresh.
It is. Even worse, he's 33rd.
Who did this?
Probably the same people been ghosting us.
That doesn't answer the question.
Don't worry. I think we're about to find out. My name is Captain Martin Walker. We're looking for survivors.
Why? So you can kill us too?
You speak Farsi? Maybe we can understand each other better. اگر اینطوریم حرف بزنیم.
Good call, Lugo.
ما قاتل نیستیم.
سرباز آمریکایی هستی. اینجا هستی که کمکتون کنید.
نه، چنان نفرای خراب دوزی میکنن اما یا شما رو میکشن.
The damned? Hey! یعنی the damned 33rd? سربازای دیگه چی؟
Kill them!
Awesome.
Look at these guys. They're refugees, survivors of the storm. That's good, right? This is radio command. Give me a number. Be my guest. I'm sure they'll stop shooting so you can make a phone call.
Talking! Threat eliminated!
Down!
Give it a up!
On your left, more coming over the door. Got your back.
Let's go!
Keep moving. I'll come back.
Grenade! Take cover!
Where's he hiding?
Billboard across the way. Give me the word and I'll take him out. Waiting on your order.
Lugo, take him out.
Yes, sir. En route.
Ruby.
On top of that bus! Take him down!
Eyes on the target.
Take him out!
Tango, down for the kill.
Hostile down!
Another group coming out of that cargo container.
Concentrate fire!
Tango, down for the kill.
Cover me! I'm reloading! Head for that cargo box!
Walker, the door.
Left shift.
Thought we were rescuing people. The hell was that?
I'm picking up a distress call.
Patch it through.
33rd Dispatch, this is Alpha Patrol. We're under attack. Repeat, the insurgents have us surrounded. Request immediate assistance. And shit! Watson's down! We need backup!
Lugo, distance.
About 100 yards away.
Let's move.
Heads up, contact!
Oh, should have gotten into cover faster. I just have to say, I have been playing this now for a couple of minutes. I kind of forget that I'm playing it
Thought we were rescuing
off the
people.
cloud online. It just feels like I'm playing it off a decent, mid
The hell
to
was
decent
that?
PC.
I'm picking up a distress call.
Patch it through.
33rd Dispatch, this is Alpha Patrol. We're under attack. Repeat, the insurgents have us surrounded. Request immediate assistance.
Got eyes on the target!
Focus fire on that HMG!
Watch and learn, baby! Run your low, gotta reload!
One down!
We're pinned down, take him out! On the shack, 12 o'clock! Heads up! Tango, trying to move!
Time. It's over. I have to quit. It's 6 o'clock. Time to call it quits. Ah, good, please. So let's do that. Thanks for joining. This has been us covering OnLive, the cloud-based gaming service that has been available now in Scandinavia since the 30th. I have to say, it just kind of convinced me. I mean, if you have an older computer and you don't feel like upgrading to a mass spec PC master race computer and you have a good internet connection, this is definitely a viable alternative, I would say. I mean, and you can try it. You have a 7-day trial period, so you can try it out. And just playing Red Faction Guerilla on my phone earlier with a controller, it's amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm out of time. I would have said more, but join us again tomorrow. Do you have the plan for tomorrow, Sofin?
Yeah, just in a second.
Yeah, in a second. I'll just wait with dead air. No, it's my fault. I should have checked earlier myself.
Okay, I got it here.
Yeah?
Yeah, for the next week?
Yeah.
Monday is not locked down, it doesn't say anything.
I mean, tomorrow, of course, is news and Destiny GR Friday nights. So join in for the PS4. Nick will be here again. I'm not sure if it's going to be the raid or if they're going to play PvP, but there will always be some prizes and stuff like that. Monday, you said was?
We don't have anything there.
No. I guess next week isn't quite locked down. So join us tomorrow and we'll give you all the details on that. If you missed anything, check out the replay and seriously consider trying out OnLive. I mean, with 7-day free trial, why not? Right? Thank you. See you later. See you on the flip side.